What's up? I'm back. I'm probably back. Fingers crossed that I'm back. I'm gonna keep my task manager open so I can keep an eye on my PC. Actually, you know what I should also do is I should run some temp monitors just to make sure that I'm not melting my own rig. I have hairpins that are gonna go in here in a second, although there's a strong likelihood that I get fed up with this and just like shove it all out of my way. We're back. We're back! We're back. How's the stream? Are we lagging? Are we freezing? Are we jumping? I've got no drop frames. I've been live for 39 seconds. See, this thing says CPU 25%, and this one's like, oh no, way more. You liar. You lie. What's up, Alberto, Ender Gamer, Alexander? Oh, it's good to see you guys. Hi. CPU temps. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. It's not great, but it's not gonna melt anything. It's within safe working parameters. Oh boy, how'd testing go? Actually great once I turned off the stream. It turns out streaming takes way more processor power than I had anticipated, and my frame rate actually in-game went up like back to full, basically, back to good. We're back to good once I turned that off, so I'll keep that in mind. This may happen again next week, and if like ray testing overlapping with stream, and if that happens, I am probably just gonna either reschedule or shorten the stream. I won't try and stream and record and PTR again because it's just not gonna happen. But there's only gonna be one more week of ray testing and then we'll be back to normal until the end of time, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, hey Hazel, what's up, Paul? Logan, just realized I play on the same server as you. Lightbringer bros. Oh, what am I? What am I? I'm warm. Am I tired? I was tired. I'm feeling better now. We're gonna do some mat runs. I should drink some tea, although the tea is warm, but the tea's gonna make me less tired. I have water. Water's good. Hey girl, what's up, Martha? You're back? I am back. And you're back, Norma. I hope work is treating you alright. I need to restart Fuzzbot. Thank you for reminding me, Maxime. Also, I forgot. Fuzzbot. Let me get the nuts rolling here. Oh, Lips, your name looks so good and green. Mountain run hype? Yeah. So, we took a break from mountain runs. We took like a real good break. Because we got 2 in 1 run. And I was like, you know, it doesn't actually get better than that. So I decided to let my luck recharge. But it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since we've done that. So I figure, let me let that log in. I've been having an issue where I get these weird, like, for a while after I log in, like a good 45 seconds or so, my UI will be not quite there. Like, it takes time for stuff to load in and for my items not to be, like, item information not found or whatever. But it's a temporary problem. It's a very first world problem. I can't play WoW the second I log in when I'm going to be here for the next 5 hours. It's not true. I'm not going to be here for 5 hours. Mount run. So yeah, I'm looking at my simple armory. Simple armory. Been a little bit. So let's see what we're actually looking for. I play on Lightbringer. How are you guys doing? You got Elegon's mount today? Oh, grats! Oh, I'm jealous. I'll be taking next week off so I can join you next Friday. Awesome. Hello, hello. What chair are you sitting on? This is a human scale chair. And it was a gift. It was donated to me by some amazing fans. Because otherwise I would never in a million years be able to afford a chair this nice. I love it to pieces. It's actually like the perfect chair. If it broke and I had the money to replace it, I would go out and buy another one right away. Speaking of money, I'm like, cannot fetch Hazel from server Lightbringer. Did I do that wrong? I'm having a, oh, I'm EU. I'm EU. I'm not EU. That's the whole point. SimpleArmory.com. Hang on. I'm doing this wrong. I'm a little tiny bit fried inside. I'm trying so hard to do all, alright, there we go. US. There is a US and a US. I'm here, guys. We're gonna get through this together. It's gonna be alright. You got that 100k gold mount on Alliance? Ooh, the vroom vroom. It looks like a bug. I love it. The motorcycle, the chopper. Words. I just raided for 3 hours. Be nice. Yeah, I love that thing. 100k was like, it's not super easy to get together. I just bought my light forged warframe last night. There we go. Light, wait, am I on a U or US? I just scrolled so far. I scrolled so far. Alright, US. Lightbringer. Why am I scrolling? I could be typing right now. Holy butts. Hang on. Hang on, there we go. There we go. No! No! I didn't mean to do that! I pressed a bad button! I've learned. I'm learning. Lightbringer? US, yeah. I'm just looking myself up on Simple Armory. It is actually not hard. On a normal day, this takes me less than 2 seconds. There we go. Alright, collectibles, mounts. I'm basically figuring out what we're going for. So, we're going to run for one of the 4 winds for the Drake of the South Wind, because I still don't have that. We could run Dragon Soul to try and get the other Drake, but I don't want to. I don't want to do Dragon Soul. I did Dragon Soul, oh, did I say a bad word? Oops. I didn't mean to. I don't think I hope I didn't, but I might have. Champion Treadblade, that's the name of the mount. Dragon Soul. We're not doing Dragon Soul. I am so burned out on Dragon Soul from running it for, I ran Dragon Soul for the pets, for the new rating with Leash's pets, and I did it like 13 times in a row. And I can't do Spine again. I can't look at it for the rest of the year. So we could do Eye of Eternity for one of the Drakes. We could do Yogg-Saron. We could do Firelands. We could do Tempest Keep. Let's start with Tempest Keep, actually. Let's do Tempest Keep and see if we can get ourselves an Ashes. I haven't been to Tempest Keep in a while. So let me clear a little room in my bags. The same way after raids, you're glad you're not alone. Yo, I'm glad that's not just me. Normally, my guild's raids are 7 to 10 Pacific, and 10 p.m. Pacific is my bedtime. That is when I go to bed. I'm old and I get up really early. So basically what happens is I raid real good for an hour, and then I raid kind of okay for an hour, and then I'm just like a slug at a keyboard for an hour, and then I pass out and it's all okay. But this is the afternoon and I still have things to do today, so I don't really know what to do with myself. But it's Friday and that was the last raid testing of the week, and I don't have to raid test tomorrow because it's Saturday. What am I doing? Am I mailing gold to my bank haul? That's not right. Oh, I'm mailing unsullied gear to my bank haul. I'm just staring at this UI like, I know there's something I need to do here. I opened this up. I mean, I may as well mail some gold too. I opened this UI up for a reason. What else can I get out of my bags? They used to be so clean. I'm carrying around like elemental battle training stones. I don't need those. Get out of here. I got my shiny new Lightforged Augment rune, which feels good, BT dubs. I should sell that, but I'm just disenchanting it. I haven't been disenchanting those item level 780 greens since the entire expansion, and it only recently occurred to me, I should sell those. People buy those because they level through invasions, and if they don't have heirlooms, they end up at level like 600, or item level 600 at level 110, and they buy the 780 stuff just for, to wear something, you know, to be less naked. So I should sell them, because they sell for a lot more than like 2 dust worth. What am I doing? I'm putting this in here, I'm putting this in here. I'm putting this in here because I don't want to delete it because it's purple, but I'm never going to use it. Absolutely never. What else can we get rid of? What am I carrying around? I don't need my fashionable undershirt. Everybody's fashionable. It wasn't a big deal. This is just extra. What? I have... How many rings am I wearing? Oh, I'm wearing Sifus. That's why. Okay. I haven't worn... Am I ever going to heal? No. Healing is for the PTR. And Zex Exterminatus has not been a thing for a while. Or at least not for me. I always have these in my bags. 1 bags. Yeah, go away. I don't want you. I never did that. Triumph request. Flightmaster's Whistle. I need tomes still. Cool. Sure. Fine. Whatever. Greater Blessed Bandage. Go away. I don't want you in my bags. Alright. I'm doing Tempest Keep. I need to be holy. Ah! I pressed my... Oh, listen to me. Oh, I'm never gonna heal. I immediately put my healing artifact in the bank. I'm gonna need that. I guess need is a strong word, but I should grab it. What is it called? It's like starts with a T and it's got an apostrophe. Tour. Who named that one? You made 24k gold off of Dibbler. Nice. I only sold mine for like 18k, and I've been lazy. I should be doing oh, by the way, check this out. I should be doing Environeer Burt every day for extra Dibblers to sell for gold, but I did it for 1, and then I couldn't sell it for ages. So I just didn't, run it again until I just sold Dibbler like 2 days ago for like 18k. The world needs more of us. Fellow Shadow Priest Pet Hunter, yes. The world needs more of those. It also needs more gnomes and cats. Actually, no, the world has enough cats. The cats that are in the world need homes. And, cacti? I don't know. I missed so many of your streams. Hi, Hazel. Sup, Alex? How you doing? Oh, man. Can you do a who macro for my guild? / who arbiter. A who macro? I don't understand. Hungry. You should have dinner. Also, don't talk about food because I'm not hungry right now, but I will be if we start talking about food because, it's like, I had for lunch enough food and it was enough calories, but it didn't really include a lot of carbs, which means I'm gonna get hungry later. Hazel, yeah. How do you get to Vanilla Dalaran from Stormwind? Ooh, Vanilla Dalaran, ooh. Isn't there a boat you can take to Northrend and then you can, like, fly to Dalaran? That's the only way I know. So we're gonna head to Tempest Keep. Hopefully we can do at least, like, 2 raids before 5. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be extending the stream today. I would like to, but I also have on my list to do today, literal list, pet guide stuff. I'm gonna just work all weekend and try and get through more of them. Like, when I had finished the Pilfer Gun, I uploaded it, and I counted, and I was halfway done. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. I'm only halfway done. Oh, actually, you could port from Stormwind to New Dalaran, and then New Dalaran to Wormrest, and then fly to Old Dalaran. It's kind of roundabout, though. Shattrath. That's where we're going. All that bag space. So you just gotta let stuff go. You just gotta pretend like you're Elsa and let it go, and delete / vendor / sell stuff, or shove it in your bank where you're never gonna remember it again, which is what I do, assuming that you have bank space. Alright, so we're heading... Actually, I'm gonna... yeah, I'll take a flight pass. I'll take a flight pass so I can, like, pour some tea and properly read chat and fix my hair. What is up? It's not that bad. It's not great. I am never happy with my hair. I watch my stream VoDs and I go, what happened here? It looked so good for 26 seconds when I first did it in the morning, and it's just incapable of staying under control. I have had 25 years to make friends with it, and we're still getting to know each other. How did Antora's go? Antora's went actually quite well. As far as raid testing go, 10 out of 10. I had good performance in the game as long as I wasn't trying to stream. I didn't get kicked out of the group. I didn't embarrass myself more than twice. A little bit, but I owned up to it. I apologized, and we were good after that point. There was one point when I thought I had embarrassed myself again. So basically, there's a boss where there's a dispel mechanic, and you had, like, somebody gets to put to sleep for like 20 seconds, and you can dispel that. But when you dispel, a sleep bomb goes off that will put everyone within like 8 to 10 yards, like it's a really wide radius, asleep. So you can't dispel people right away. You have to wait for people to move away from them, and the range should stay spread so that you're ideally already isolated when that happens. And as a rule, I was only dispelling healers in range because there was a healer already who was better at dispelling melee after the rest of the melee had moved away. Like, that was their job. And I was not to be dispelling melee. And for the most part, I didn't, and it was fine. But this one time, I was, like, looking at a different part of my screen and targeting a Ret Paladin, and I misclicked my dispel. And then, like, a bomb goes off in melee, and we wipe, and they're mad, and everybody's like, who did that? And I was, like, really upset that I had done that, but it occurred to me after, apparently they were talking about it. One of the Ret Paladins, like, one of his abilities had, like, taken it off. It wasn't supposed to, but it was, like, bugged. And I felt so much better because I had never, I didn't actually see the debuff on the person I had misclicked dispelled because I wasn't looking at them. So it's entirely possible, and in my heart, I'm gonna believe the story that he didn't have a debuff. It wasn't me, and my misclick didn't end the group. How do you find a ship to Northrend? I'm not sure how to get there. So in Stormwind, to get on the ship to Northrend, if you go to the docks, it's the ship on the far right, on, like, the right side. If you're facing the ocean, it's on your right. But for the other way to do it, if you can get to New Dalaran, go down into the portal ring, like, in the middle, and then take the Wormrest Temple portal and then fly north. Those are the 2 ways that I do it. Or, another way to do it, actually, never mind. Forget that way. In New Dalaran, go to the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, and then there's an Old Dal port in the Shrine in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Another way to get to the Vale of Eternal Blossoms from Stormwind, so that you can then take that port to Dalaran, is via the in Stormwind by the Cataclysm portals on the beach. There's a portal that will take you to the Jade Forest, and it's not a far flight from the Jade Forest to the temple, assuming that you have flying in Pandaria, to then take a portal to Old Dalaran. Making $2 runs really made things kind of confusing for them. You're playing WoW, so you can't focus in the stream. Yo, me too! We can trade if you want, because having natural straight hair is boring. I totally get that everybody has their own hair woes, and I don't know if I would trade my hair for someone else's, because the curls are great when they're behaving, and I like the length of it. I'm really happy that I'm able to grow my hair this long. This is as long as it gets. It doesn't get any longer than this, but I'm really happy with the length of my hair. And it's good, it's good. I just need to figure out what it wants from me so I can give it to it. Because you'd think that you just add like some kind of like argan oil or something to moisturize it, but believe me when I tell you that that's not that simple. Is this portal in Stormwind as well? Oh no, I already read that one. Best place to find a guild to raid, you're item level 904, but looking to improve. My best advice for this, and I don't know how good of advice it is, but my best advice is to pug raids and specifically look in the group finder when you're pugging raids for guild groups. Because if they're pugging DPS or just people for their raid, there's a good chance that they're also recruiting raiders. Do your best, make a good impression, and then ask them, or like get a battle tag out of somebody and say, hey, if you need an X for your guild, a DPS or a tanker, like a whatever for your guild, then hit me up. I'm looking for a guild. And you probably won't find one the first time, and maybe not the second time or the third time, but eventually, that is how I got into not the guild I'm in now, because that one I found through IRL connections, but the one before that, that's how I got into it, is I just pugged my way into it, and I believe the guild before that as well, I just pugged into it. You can also check out the forums on your realm, like your server forums and the official forums. I don't know how good that is, but there is a forum there for guild recruitment for servers. The old doll ring isn't really expensive anymore, and it can be worth it for the teleport. Oh, that's a good point. That used to be really expensive, but I guess you're right. It's not, by today's standards, it's not very expensive at all. I just spent 500k in a Warframe. So, we are running Tempest Keep, which is this one, right? Like, the dungeons are on either side. If I go in the big portal, it'll take me to the big raid, right? I need to eat my bear tartare. And we are trying for an Ashes of Alar. I've never gotten it. Never gotten it. Yeah, Nerds Over 40, thanks for the sponsor! Enjoy your new green text and your nut. And that brings us to 3 sponsors. Let me consult my chart. I need to figure out how many icons I need to make. I will make at least 1 emote before next Friday. I don't know when. Because normally I do that. I have an hour every morning where I practice working on stuff. And lately it's been like graphic design stuff. I say that like I'm good at it. I'm not. And that's when I made the icon. But right now, I'm using that hour to work on Patreon art. I've got a couple of different pieces to draw for Patreon for October. Oh, I'm busy. I'm busy. What am I looking for? I opened up my thing. I'm looking for... Oh yeah, I'm looking for the emote thing. So at 5 sponsors, we get a second emoji. But with 2 or 3, we're good with 1. So we're set. I am set on making a squirrel that's like holding a heart. Kind of like if you've ever been in Savix's stream, he has, on Twitch or at least, I don't know if he's recreated it on YouTube yet, but he had Savix Love, which is like his little Ret Paladin armor dude, but like holding a heart, and I like spamming that emote, so I'm determined to make a Hazel Love. Also Love is good. Kodos are a myth. The Ret trait that auto-dispels you triggers the sleep bomb. Hopefully that is fixed by the time it goes live, but yes, that is what we found in the PTR today. It was actually a great relief to me that I didn't cause the bomb, but it looked like that thing was doing it. Found your channel by looking for pet battle stuff, enjoying it so far, didn't realize you stream as well. Well, thanks, Daniel. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the stream. We do this every Friday, same time, so 3 p.m. Pacific until 5. We're a little late starting today because I was doing raid testing. And we usually just do stuff like this, like something easy, where I can also talk to you guys, because I feel like that's more of what I get out of it. But it also lets me catch up on stuff that I never get to do in WoW. I often do world quests in my emissary, because otherwise I let them expire because I'm doing other stuff. The net looks great. Thank you! Thank you, that means a lot to me. It's a very simple graphic, but I worked really hard on it. You got the Coda this year after 9 years? Yo! Grats! Grats! If you play Alliance, and from what I recall you do, based on the gnome that you had as your Twitter picture? No, you have Argy. Do you play Alliance? I could have sworn that you do. It's nice having access to a Coda mount as Alliance, and a Ram mount as Horde, you know, respectively. One of my guildies got the Ram last night, and he was like, it's over. It's finally done. Like, he'd been trying to get this thing every single year, and I was just so happy for him. Pet Bella vids saved my life. Thank you. No problem, Texas. Thanks for watching them. Where's the boss? Boss. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come back. Aww. Was my holy fire on cooldown, or was I just being silly? I'm back. That took forever. Welcome back, Aileen. Worst part about having extra Brewfest rams is you can't even sell them or give to a friend. I really wish that... I know it would like ruin the process of getting mounts if you were able to share extra mounts that you got. So I wish instead that you couldn't get extra mounts. Like once you have it, it can't drop for you. You can't see it. Like, because with raid mounts, for example, and I think they're actually doing this with newer mounts. Like, I don't think anybody, in my knowledge anyways, is hatching a Skyfin mount that they've already hatched out of their egg. So I think it's something they might be trying to do going forward. But it sucks, like, going through and... Brilliant Phoenix Hawk's Feather. Oh, I got a pet. Neat. Going through a raid, like, for example, going through Eye of Eternity to try and get one of the Drakes if you already have a Drake, and you see a mount drop and it's the one you already have, and you're like, oh, dear. Oh, dear. I play a human female. Yes, that sounds true. Also, you're saying it and you would never lie to me. I was like 87% sure you're lies. You got the Kodo yesterday on your 3rd run. Congrats, Miguel. Do you ever watch other people's WoW streams? I occasionally will watch Savix's stream on YouTube. I haven't had a lot of time lately, but I do like hanging out over there when I get a chance. And aside from that, not lately. I'll go through phases. I'll get like really into a streamer or a content creator and I'll consume everything that they do for a while, and then I'll get really busy, and through no fault of them, I end up like just watching less. Hi Hazel, what's up Tina? And Wayne? Random ally race class combo. Go. Like something that doesn't exist already? I think it would be hard to think of a random like race class combo. I feel like I would always come up with stuff that I already play. Or unless you're looking for like an alt, in which case you should gnome... I was about to say gnome druid. That's not a real thing. Dwarf warlock. Dwarflock. Dwarlock. Should be a dwarlock. Haven't got another mount since I got all 4 egg mounts, just more pets. If you haven't finished, actually I'm pretty sure everybody but me has finished the Argusian Reach rep grind. There's a bunch of rep mounts you can buy after that with gold once you've done that. I have fallen off the truck that you get onto when you're doing all of the Argus dailies. I was on it for a while. It's been a good 2 or 3 weeks on that truck. I've lost my metaphor, but anyways, I haven't been doing the Argus dailies. I want to. I just don't have time. I need to finish the pet guide so I can move on with my life. There's so many of them. What pet? I want the pet. The Phoenix pet? The Phoenix pet? I can give it away at the end of the stream. You're good at winning those. We can do like a nut giveaway at the end of the stream. You're still waiting on Onyxia to drop? Oh man. Onyxia, because it's such a short raid to run, I don't know how many alts you have, but what I did for Onyxia was I took every single one of my extra alts, like from past expansions too, because it's such a low level raid. I would take every single one of them and I parked them all out at Mudsprocket, and on a Tuesday I would just run like 12 characters through Onyxia's lair, and it took me about a year I think of doing that, which felt like a really long time because a year of every week of like 12 characters took a long time, but I did get it, and now I don't have to do that anymore. Savix days are my favorite anime couple. Oh dear. That happened with the mount in the Firelands. You got the Bird Boss mount, not the Hawk one. You already had the Bird mount. Yeah, I really wish that they would... I don't know how, like... I don't know how hard it would be. I am always asking for features, and I feel kind of douchey about it because I don't design games. Maybe the thing that I'm asking for, like it's really easy, is actually very difficult to implement. There's no way of knowing unless you actually are familiar with the way that that game is built. But it doesn't hurt to dream, and if I'm dreaming, then I think that would be a cool thing to have, or at least a good thing to not have to experience that experience of getting a mount to drop that you don't need and you can't give it to anybody, and you're like, well, this sucks. Hi Hazel, how are you? Hi Danielle! I am great. I am great. I could kind of use a nap, but that's like my normal state of being, so we're good. We're good. Norma's not allowed to raffle, but she said she wanted it. Doesn't that give her a free pass? That was me with Dragon Soul. You got Experiment twice and no Drakes. I feel like there's 3 mounts you can get out of that raid. The odds are not in your favor to get just one of each one. You got 2 Lifebinder's Handmaidens in the same chest? I didn't know that was possible. Did not know. How do you feel about the wobble of the Sky Golem? I actually talked about that a little bit in today's vlog. It makes me ill. It makes me quite sick, which is why I'm very glad that the Lightforged Warframe flies straight like an arrow. It's a good one. 3 years, no Anixia, your friend got it on his first try. There's always that one guy, and you know what they do is they go onto Wowhead or like WowDB and they go, I don't know if this is like really good luck or something, but I got this on my first try, so it can't be hard to get. And everybody else in the comments is just like, go away. We've been farming this for 3 years. We just want to go back to our lives. It's there's always that one guy. Hi Hazel, enjoyed your TSM videos. I learned a lot after watching them a few times. My TSM's still a mess. Would you be interested in setting mine up for a WoW token? I'm flattered, but I am not. I've been asked this actually quite a bit. A lot of people will email me asking me to personally set up their TSM, and I am blanket declining that. I'm just gonna say no. The great thing about Demon Hunters is they're level 100, so make a Demon Hunter, do all the old content, delete it, and make a new one. That is true, and I have heard of that strategy. The thing that stops me from personally doing the Demon Hunter thing is, I don't want to do the Demon Hunter starting area again. I feel like that, like, it's already, like, a little bit much for me to do something every week, let alone make a Demon Hunter. But if you didn't have any alts, I feel like in the extra time that you're spending getting the Demon Hunter out of the starting area, unless you could, like, summon them out, I'm not quite sure. But the extra time it takes to get the Demon Hunter, like, ready to go, if you added that time up, like, over a couple months, you could probably just level another alt to do it with. Knowing that you can get the same recipe from Nomi multiple times, I'd say that it's not that easy, yeah. You've killed hundreds of Zandalari Warbringers, not one Direhorn mount. Same for Throne of Thunder. I forgot about the Zandalari Warbringers. I knew someone, and it's been so long that I've actually forgotten who, that camped those, like, knew where they were at, was always right there, had to fight people for them, like, all through Mob. And I completely forgot that that mount was a thing. I think like, after watching him do that, I decided, I'm just gonna wait for, like, 3 expansions. And do it when nobody cares anymore. And it's 3 expansions later and I'm still not doing it because I'm still waiting for less people to care. I want everybody that is ever going to want that mount in the history of WoW to get it so that I don't have to fight anybody for spawns. You've been a Horde player since 2011. You're wondering, should you give Alliance a try? You kind of want to try Alliance a little bit, and you also got 2 mounts from Deathwing at once. So, the reasons for trying the other faction, the first one is storyline. If you are at all interested in the lore of WoW, you enjoy doing quests, you enjoy seeing what the other faction is going through, basically. Playing the other faction's a really good idea because you get access to, like, it's basically like playing the game again, but, like, different. You get access to a different perspective. I need to put on the thingy. Actually, I don't know if you need to do this, but I always do. Give it. There we go. So yeah, you get to see the quest lines, like all of the quest lines from a different perspective, so like all the zones. So it can be kind of cool to level really slowly and see, for example, like the story in Stone Talon Mountains is very different for Horde and Alliance. Same thing for like Ashenvale and whatnot. So you get to see a new perspective. You get access to new races, so if you like playing dress up or you've just like always wanted to be one of the other races, that's kind of fun to play with. And aside from that, it is kind of rough starting over because you're not going to have access to your gold, you're not going to have access to your guild, or your, like, you might not know anybody. So sometimes I've found that cross-faction alts aren't always long-lived because you don't have that same support structure that you have built up on one faction. So give it a go, but don't be upset if you don't feel like sticking with it after a while. But for questing in particular, awesome idea. You got Mimir on your first try after not playing for 2 X-Packs. Every time I party with him, it pulls out the mount just to flaunt it. Oh no. Thank you anyway, I'll keep watching your vids. Thank you, Jalax. Thank you for understanding. Took me over 2 years to get Ashes, and I got it the same day as my best friend and his girlfriend got it. What are the odds of that? Am I supposed to do something here? Are you done yet? I put on the thing. I used the buff. Oh no, he's chatting. Okay. I always forget how long this one takes. You still dream of Mim's head. I don't really run Ulduar. I have this weird fear of Ulduar. I always, like, I've done it several, if not many times at this point. I know the basic mechanics and how to not bug out most of the bosses. Like, I can get through it, and I kind of know where everybody is and what I want from them. But I'm not comfy enough in it to just, like, go rip through it. And, I don't know. It's really big. It's such a big raid. You have quite a different experience with PvP on different factions. Actually, that's a good point. PvP is another good reason to play both factions. Back when I used to do Arena, I would always maintain a Druid on both Horde and Alliance so that I would have access to players on both factions. And often I would need it. Like, I would have somebody whispering me to play, and they were only Horde, and I would just log on to my Horde Druid and do it there and be like, why can't I Shadow Meld anything? I have to shift polys now? What does he mean? You just had a Darkspore mana ray drop from your first egg. Is that rare? I'm psyched. Grats! The mounts are not common. The mounts are the rarest thing you can get out of there. They're not, like, really rare, but it's definitely fun to get them. Nope. No. So, next raid. What are we doing next? Let me... Where'd my window go? I had a big list of all the stuff that I need. So, oh yeah, we could do, let's do Throne of the Four Winds real quick. That one's fast, at least. That one's fast. So, I'm gonna get to Stormwind, and then just, port from there. You've always been a Tauren. If you were to go to another faction, you would move your main over, which is a 945 Fury Warrior. Oh, moving your main is a big decision. Big decision. A Fury Warrior. You could be a Draenei man. You could be a big, flurrying Draenei man. 2 days later, you got the Horseman horse. You're rich in Horde, but a poor vagabond on Alliance, and it hurts. Sometimes I like starting over with no gold, just because I appreciate the gold more when I don't have any. It's why I'm really clinging on to every, copper right now, because I just bought the Lightforged Warframe, and I never have the good sense to maintain some liquid funds in WoW. I always, like, if I'm saving up for a thing, the very second I have enough gold to buy it, I'm buying it. I am not waiting. I'm not saving up investment capital. You know, my value is basically what I have, and maybe anything in the auction house that's still for sale, but I get to start over from scratch, which means I look at this thing and I go, hey, I had a sword drop, and it sells for 1,000 gold, and I don't know why, because it looks weird, but, you know, instead of vendoring that, it's valuable to me now, so I'm gonna add it to my set, along with any other BOE pieces of gear that I see, and then I will mail that to my bank cult so she can post it. My hunter, I've been keeping my hunter isolated gold and item wise. Like, instead of sending stuff to my bank cult to my hunter, I've been selling it all on her personally, so that I can have all of the gold she's made on that character, and then when I reach 110, I'll be like, I made blank amount of gold, you know, minus the flight training or whatever. Yo, what's up, hero? When are you doing pet battles? I sometimes do a pet battle at the end of the stream, if I don't have enough time for another raid, but it's not quite 5 yet. So I might do 1 or 2 at the end. I've been losing horribly lately, although I've been choosing very bad teams. I've been choosing novelty teams or themed teams that are in no way meta, and I just queue into people with meta teams, and I stop having fun. Where am I going? Throne of the Four Winds, that's where we're going. Hazel, the Drudge Gold pet, does it only drop on 10 man, or can I get it on 25 man too? 10 man only, which is why that is so rare, because everybody that's running ICC wants Invincible, so they're running on 25 man heroic, and you can only get the Drudge Ghoul on 10 man. I am 97% certain about that fact. What add-on are you using for the custom channeling bar? That one is Gnosis. Gnosis. Hazel, I miss your PvP videos. I'm sorry. I know. I don't have anything to tell you that it's gonna make you feel better. Do you own any pets? If so, do you pet battle them? Let me see. I own 907 unique pets. They are all gussied up with the level 25 and like the rare. And I do pet battle them from time to time. I don't do a whole lot of PvP pet battles, to be honest with you. Hero's your guy for that. He's much better at it. I do it for fun, but I'm not very good at it. But I very much enjoy doing the PvE pet battles, especially like achievements and stuff. I still need the pony too. Oh man. Your Fury Warrior bank, Specs, personal guild bank, full, holding 6 mil gold. All you have to do is put it in the guild bank. You can move over. I don't know. Like, the guild bank doesn't transfer, I don't think. Like, like the guild bank is the guild, which doesn't come. No, I guess if you transfer the guild, I have no idea. I'm not the right person to ask that, because I can't help you. I have this weird logic which you need to have at least 100k in all times, in case housing is ever added so you're not broke for it. Man, I was with you until you said it was for housing. But no, that's actually a really good idea, just to have some gold on hand, especially if you play the auction house at all, because that way, you know, if you see a good piece of gear that you want to flip, you can afford to invest in it. You don't want to see, like, something posted for 30k that you can sell for 100k, but you can't buy it because you only have 5k. You don't want that to be your life. I don't remember when I need to run the sounds. We're doing it on Heroic 25. Hazel, you use too many expensive pets in your guides. If it's a family fighter guide, then I don't feel bad for that. I feel like somebody that is going for family fighter is very likely to have a good selection of pets available to them. If it's just like a world quest guide, then I try and use more commonly and readily available pets for that. But for family fighter, I use any pets that are available to me to make the smoothest strategy possible, specifically so that I don't have to rely on RNG whenever I don't absolutely have to, because I want it to work the first try. Have fun. Hazel, thanks. Really helped me out. See you later. Ian Inglesi? Inglesi. We're going with Inglesi. I love Oldham. Oldham was, I think, my favorite Catazone. I think it was my favorite one. Do you have Invincible? I do not. I do not have Invincible, Caleb. Although, to be fair, I don't really run ICC. I don't expect to have Invincible because I don't farm him. Like, if I'm already in the area and I'm running ICC for, like, a piece of gear or something, I'll run it on Heroic 25 and try and get them out. But I definitely don't farm it actively. I feel like I have a good amount of mounts. I got, like, what, 295 mounts that I can actually use on this given character at any given time, and, you know, there's always something I can ride. I'm never like, oh man, I gotta walk slow. Can't mount up. It's never, I'm more concerned with collecting battle pets, and I feel like trying to collect both would drive me nuts. Where am I going? I need to get in the little whoopie thing. Whoopie thing. Where's the whoopie thing? There we go. You're 3% wrong. Is normal drop only 25 or 10, not heroic? Oh, normal. Yeah. Yeah, it was something like that. 25 or 10, not heroic. Normal. Yes. Thank you. I am 3% wrong. Well, actually, I think that's a lot more than 3%. You're being very generous there, but yeah. Yeah. Whoops. Never trust anything I say, guys. Have you done videos on how to use the auction house and what add-ons you use? I've done a series of guides on Trade Skill Master, which is basically how I use the auction house. The only other thing I have is Auctionator, just in case I want to really quick sell something. But if you're looking to get started with my auction house setup, then my TSM guides, you start with the beginner one, and then just go through them. They're all in a playlist, so if you look at my channel's playlist, start with TSM. Do it when you have some time to, like, process it a little bit and pay attention, because TSM takes a bit of effort and a bit of learning to get set up with, but it is very worth it to do that. Where am I going? Why didn't I loot that when I was over there the last time? Did I loot this yet? I don't think I did. I know what's going on. Mount? Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. No, I'm gonna pet. I would notice, right? Like, it would say in my guild chat. I'm pretty sure they added that. Yeah, the Fury Prince. Yeah, no mount. I hope you don't have the Mythic HFC mount. I absolutely do not. I have never done Mythic HFC. Hey Hazel, sup, matron? You just got yolk on your egg. It doesn't bother me as much as it used to. Wish me luck. I'm gonna go for some mount runs, and I'm starting with ICC 25, man. Good luck, Wayne. I believe in you. I don't believe in fate, but I believe that you can keep trying until you get it eventually. My guild uses your pet guides exclusively, and I don't pet battle. Not even a little bit. Not even like a little bit. Like a little bit. Like for collecting like a pet. Like what if you really want Chi-Chi and you're like, oh man, I better do that Celestial Tournament. I don't know why my voice changed. Alright, well we didn't get that. We could do Firelands draft for the Flame Tail of List Resort because I have the rag mount, so I don't actually have to finish the raid. Let's do Firelands. Let's head back to Stormwind via Doll Hearthstone port there. That's fine. You actually said my nickname correctly. That is a miracle. I was not sure. You got Invincible, Ashes, and Blue Proto-Drake all last week. I ran around screaming. I would too. That's awesome. I feel like ICC's most farmed raid ever just because Invincible. I don't understand, and this is probably because I started playing WoW quite late in Wrath. I didn't follow the whole Lich King story really closely from the beginning, which is a shame because from the sounds of it, Wrath was one of the more story-heavy expansions of the older ones anyways, and would have been a good experience, but I didn't do it. I started playing WoW at the end of Wrath, and because I was very new, I was doing all that newbie stuff, like leveling a bunch of characters and trying to figure out what type of armor I should wear as a hunter. So I missed out on a lot of Wrath stuff, and I don't really, I feel like you had to, maybe you didn't have to be there, but it's like a horse, and I get that it's Arthas's horse, and he like went back and raised it out of its grave. Like I read the book. Did I read the book? I know that from somewhere. But, Anyone upgrading their iPhones? I think I might be just because I'm pretty sure my phone plan does that, like whenever a new one comes out. because they want you to like refresh your 2-year contract. So as long as you've made a year's worth of payments, they're like, hey, you want this new phone? Pay the same amount, just get a new phone. We're like, all right. I mean, it's not like we're gonna switch carriers. This one seems fine. But what am I doing? Stormwind. I have an iPhone 7, and they're not that different from just an iPhone 8. The only thing that's really sticking out to me, aside from the upgraded processor, and the iPhone 7 is pretty fast, the 8 has the glass back for the wireless charging. I have to have my phone in a case because I broke it before, so I have it in like an OtterBox right now. It's skinny OtterBox, but it's still an OtterBox. I don't know if that's going to work with wireless charging. I guess I'll find out, but I don't know if I'll even be able to do that. What's good, Hazel? Did you see it? I did not, and I probably won't. I appreciate your topical emotes. I probably won't because I can't watch scary movies. I love reading scary books. I love reading horror novels. I cannot watch horror movies, and I can't really watch horror TV. I get too scared. It goes beyond being fun to just raw traumatization for me, which is silly and goofy, but I can't help it. I have horrible nightmares. I can't sleep. People can't touch me for like a day or two after because they'll just like scream. I can't. I'm not capable of watching scary movies. I had to walk out, like, one time I went on a date, and we went to see a movie, and I wasn't really paying attention to what kind of movie it was, and it turns out it was a horror movie, and I had to leave, like, 10 minutes in once I realized what was going on and started getting freaked out. I was like, sorry, I can't, I'm leaving, going home, bye. You seem very nice. I did not get a second date. Where am I going? Firelands. 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 We have an extreme adoration and love of Arthas in this fandom. Which is understandable. I mean, it was a very compelling story. And we've had, like, good stories since then, but they're a little less unified. Like, Arthas was a single, linear, unified story that involved a lot of characters and a lot of feelings, and I don't know if we've had that yet. We got the iPhone 8 for your birthday, which is today. The phone is great. Congrats, Kai! That's awesome. I am very... I'm not, like, a fanatical Apple fan. Like, I'm not gonna go fighting anybody that's all about Android or Windows or anything. But I have been lately getting more and more appreciative of my Apple products just because they don't let me down. And it means a lot to me. They work really good. I really like the operating systems. Why am I crying? I've had a long day. You want totems to be great again for shamans? I do too. I miss that. Most wireless chargers go through a phone case provided it's not too thick. I was reading that, and I'm really hoping that'll be the case. This is not a super thick case, although it's quite possible that I need a thick case, but it's not a super thick case. You're trying to tune Paladin or Priest. Depends. Are you going to heal or DPS? Because either way, I would do a Priest. I love being a Shadow Priest, and I prefer Priest healing to Paladin healing, but I'm really biased. Paladins weird me out. Like, when I play them. Paladin players don't weird me out unless they're being weird. What am I doing? 25 heroics, probably fine. We're trying for the Flame Talon of Blizzard Resort. Space Goats walks randomly. Somebody being mean to Draenei? Draenei men are the most appealing race in this entire game. I love Draenei men. They do walk a little funny though, I'm not gonna lie. Bring back the warrior stances? Warrior stances I can do without. Stance dancing and PvP. Actually, don't we still have that? Do we still have that? When did they take it out? Back in my day when I was healing Turbo Cleave, I would specifically recall getting really irritated with my warrior when they would just die in battle stance. Like, I remember saying those exact words, along with some really bad words. I was a very ragey behavior. That's the reason I don't do it anymore. Is that not a thing? You got the Google Pixel phone after you had to return your Note 7 because they were catching fire or blowing up. The Pixel looks like a really great phone. If I was going to do Android, which I probably wouldn't because my life is owned by Apple now, but if I was going to do Android, the Pixel would be the one that I get. The thing that really, like, I really like that this is pretty waterproof. Like, ever since the 7, not just, like, you can take it in the rain and not be scared, but, like, if I drop it, if I'm reading a book in the bath and I drop it, it's fine. You can, like, there's videos of people running these things 6 feet underwater for, like, 5 hours at a time, and it's okay. They don't recommend doing that, but if you drop it in a little water and it doesn't go too deep, and you get it out at some point, it's fine. Like, they're pretty waterproof, and I play Pokemon Go on my phone, and I do so, rain or shine, every day, because I'm addicted, and I like being able to play Pokemon Go on my phone in the rain. Granted, the touchscreen, it's hard to throw the balls when the screen gets really wet, but I just kind of wipe it on, like, my scarf and go about my day. And I like being able to do that. You're trying to get that mount and your cousin ninja looted. Oh no. You're over Blood Elves, there's way too many on my realm. Blood Elves, I'm pretty sure I saw a statistic. They're like 47% of the Horde, maybe even more. Like, they're a solid half of the Horde are Blood Elves. And I understand why, but they're not my thing. They're not my thing. I haven't played a Blood Elf in a while. If I'm gonna be Horde, I'm gonna be an undead or a troll. I tried being an orc. Orcs turned out to be not really my thing either. I played a Tauren and they're acceptable, but again, not really my thing. I love being a troll and I love being an undead. Goblins actually are really dope too. Goblin animations are so sassy. Like Lady Goblins and their hair. Lady Goblin hair is goals, man. Read books on your phone? Well, I would read them on my iPad, but my iPad's not waterproof, so I should probably not take that into the bath. But I read all my books on my tablet, on my iPad. And I buy them there too, because whenever I move, books are heavy. And they're not heavy if they're in digital form on my iPad. Also, holding up a book, like growing up, I loved reading books, and I loved reading fantasy. I mean, I still love reading books, but I would read fantasy novels specifically. I would get them from the library. And most fantasy novels that you get from the library, or maybe it's just because I was a pretentious child that liked to say that I read long books, they were big books, and they were heavy, and when I'm reading in bed, I'm like really lazy, like I'm kind of flopped over, like holding it up, and holding up a heavy book is not fun. But I can like I've got a little tablet stand, so I can just like prop it up and just like scroll through, and that works really good for me, so that's how I usually do it. But if I'm like at a doctor's office or something, or bathing, and I want to read a book, I will go for my phone because I have the same book, and it actually holds my place, which is nice. Like, the same page I was on updates across my phone and my iPad. This is turning into a bit of an Apple commercial. I play a female gnome named Whoopinaz. We are gnome buddies. Gnome. I was about to say gnome power, but I feel like that's it's just in bad taste. But gnome empowerment. Is that better? Go gnomes! I love Fireland so much. The music here is amazing. I'm not wearing my headphones, am I? Yeah. I don't have any music going. I figure instead of, like, sometimes during these streams I'll play the in-game music, and I guess I could turn that on now. But I like a lot of, I know some people do watch from mobile, but a lot of people watch from desktop, and maybe they're doing that while playing WoW, or working on something else, and I am giving you the freedom to play your own music. I'm streaming just my voice, no music, so you can, assuming that you have the power to, put on whatever you want, and pretend that I'm listening to that, and you can be like, oh man, Hazel's listening to my favorite song, ah! And it's not true, but, you know, things don't have to be true to make you happy. It's also better for the environment. That sounds true. That sounds true. Although I don't really throw out a lot of books, and I don't know how good tablets are for the environment. Like, I don't know how environmentally conscious they are to be manufactured. They may be very environmentally conscious, I don't know. iPad screen not very good in your eyes for long-term reading. I've never noticed anything. I read in night mode. I always read in night mode. Black screen, white text, pretty low brightness on it, and I've never had any negative effects on my eyes. You like big books and you cannot lie. I definitely recognize that a lot of people just don't want to do the e-reader thing. Like, they like the physical book, and I totally respect that. I totally respect that. That's completely valid. I converted because books are heavy. Top 3 fantasy novel series. Oh boy, alright. I will warn you, before I get into this, that I don't really read new books much anymore. I've been reading new books that are, like, in the self-improvement category because I'm firmly convinced that I can be a better Hazel. I believe that. So I'm, like, reading all of the things to try and give me ideas of stuff to try to work harder to be a better Hazel. So I've been reading new books in that category, but, like, for entertainment novels, I tend to read the same things over and over again. Like, I get a book series, and I'll read it, and I'm like, yes. And maybe that was 15 years ago. And maybe I just read it over and over and over and over and over again to, like, get more out of it each time. I'm very much a rereader. So I haven't read a lot of new ones, but I can come up with 3. Number 1 is obviously A Song of Ice and Fire, the Game of Thrones books. I am insane for those. That is the book series that I read continuously. George needs to finish it, please. So I read those a lot. Like a lot. And then number 2, I don't know if Harry Potter counts. It's kind of cliche and generic, but I can't help it. I love Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. Harry Potter just feels like home to me. I'm reading it, and I just feel better about everything in my life. I know the story by heart because I've read it so many times, and I don't care. I love it. Another one that's like a newer one that I've actually read, a newer book series, is the Magician's book series. That was really, really good. That is easily top 3, and the reason for that is because it's better than the TV show. I only knew about the Magician's books because I had watched a bit of the Magician's TV show on Sci-Fi, And the TV show was alright. It had a good, it was basically pitched to me as Harry Potter, but older and angstier. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm not doing anything. So it was those things. And the first season was pretty good after you got over the whole angsty Harry Potter thing. And second season was like, alright, it was fine. It's not a bad show. It's not a great show, but it's not a bad show. But I found out that it was actually based on a book series, and one of my friends had read it and recommended it. So I was like, oh, and she actually lent me the first one, so I was able to read the first one without having to pay for it. And I read it, and I'm like, this is the best book ever. This book is so compelling, I can't stop reading it. So the Magician's books, there's 3 of them, so they're finished, so you don't have to wait for them to be finished. Cough, George. And they're really, really good. They are an adult read. I would not recommend giving them to your young children. There's some adult stuff going on in those books. But The Magicians is a really good book series, and I very much enjoyed it. Yeah, Timmy Tech TV, welcome to the... I don't have a catchphrase, but thanks for sponsoring. Your work ethic is impressive. It doesn't impress me yet, but it will. Like, I can do better. 15 minutes, Aileen. 15 more minutes. You can do it normal? Oh, Norma. Oh, Norma. 15 minutes, yes. Until quitting time, I believe. You missed the mop login screen music? The mop login screen music was the best one that I remember. The Kata one was too angry. What am I doing? I need to get up here. I'm just killing spiders. The Kata loading screen music was too angry, and the Deathwing one, the dragon would scare the butts off me. But the mop stuff was really pretty. I grew up with Harry Potter. Me too. Me too. I love Harry Potter fanfiction. A lot of writers out there are better than JK. Not a lot, but some. I never got into Harry Potter fanfiction. I did go through a fanfiction phase in my life, but I was quite young. I was like 11 or 12. Probably more closer to 11 than 12. And it was... It's embarrassing. But I was, at that age, really into Naruto fanfiction. That was like my jam. I was a big anime nerd at that age. And I read and wrote a little Naruto fanfiction, and I don't have a link, so don't ask me. Nobody wants to know. It's nobody wants to know. Thanks, Aileen. I want a sponsor. I don't know how to do it on mobile. Employers are kind of known for that type of lies. I support on Patreon. You do. Aileen, can I name a pet after you? Can I do that? I offer on Patreon like a $10 reward tier that gets a pet named after you. And seeing as you're supporting in both places, like, that adds up. That adds up. Like, let's grab something cute. Something cute. Ooh, kittens are cute. Alright, there we go. There we go, we did it. Wait. I think I got confused, but I'm leaving the pet name. You can always remember the ice dragon on the rat launch screen. That's because he, like, snuck up on you. Cindergo says, she would just come yell at me. And I remember that because I was living at home with my mom, because it was a long time ago. And I would leave it on, I would leave my computer on, waiting for, like, Time Lost Predator spawns or Spirit Beast spawns for my hunter, because I played a BM hunter back then. What am I doing? Where am I going? I'm trying to kill a Lystrosaur. It's really hard to play WoW and stream at the same time. It's not hard. It's not hard. I'm having a hard time today. But yeah, I would leave it on, waiting for rare spawns, and I would, like, fall asleep with it on, and then, of course, you would get auto-logged out, and then the loading screen, the dragon would just come... I think I'm thinking of Kata, actually. Am I thinking of Kata? Kata was before Mop, right? Yeah. It's been a while. We've had a lot of expansions in this game. We've had a lot of expansions. Possible sponsor name, the Hazelnuts. That does make sense. That does make sense, and it's a good one. I'm just waiting for an idea that, like, really blows my socks off. And I feel like I'll know it. Maybe I'm chasing something impossible. Maybe I'm chasing an impossible dream and it's never gonna happen. And there just will never be a name. But I feel like one day it's gonna hit me. You have to do that. Do you have the plushie? Probably. What plushie? I have a lot of plushies. Cinder Ghost to screech loudly? Yeah. Oh, did I screech? I'm sorry. Upgrading your limbs is such a gold sink, but you gotta do it. It is a gold sink. I do it one at a time. Like, one alt at a time. Like, I'll take one alt that I need to level through the Legion stuff, and I'll be like, alright, I'm doing my DK, I guess I better get all this plate upgraded, and I'll, like, take 100k or whatever it costs and go upgrade the plate. But I haven't done it all at once because it would hurt me to see that much gold leave at once. But now that I've got the Warframe, I figure I'm saving up for the Argosian Reach mounts once I get exalted with that, which requires me to actually do some world quests. And then after that, I have my Celestial Cap, I have my Warframe. I guess I save up for a spider. I guess I save up for a spider mount. I really want one, they're spooky. Maybe they'll add a... Wait. Oh, it's true! I had to make sure it wasn't the cloak. Dudes, we did it! What are the odds of that? I mean, the odds are readily available online, but like, dudes, we did it! Oh, let's go ride that. Let's go somewhere. We're going on a flying trip. You got it. That took me a minute. Yay! Woo! Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Still September. You have the Warframe 500k? I just got that yesterday. I just saved up for that. I've actually started playing the auction house again because I wanted that mount. Ugh, I would get on that one, but I got a new one. Ew. So I'm out of Firelands mounts now. I don't need to farm Firelands ever again. Oh, this thing doesn't fly, does it? It's like my Anzu mount that I didn't kill Anzu for because I got it out of the satchel. Ooh. Oh. I'm so fiery. Ah, it's like a chicken. It's like a chicken with a really long tail. Ah. I like chickens. Dude, alright, well now what? I guess this is the point of the stream where we do a pet battle because actually, you know what we do is we do a pet battle giveaway because I had that that Phoenix hatchling. We're gonna give away that Phoenix hatchling. We are here to witness it. Come back just in time to see the mount drop. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Best part. If I edited my live streams, it would be a highlight, but I just throw them up wholesale because I don't have time for that. Okay, I am clearing some space in my bags, and then we're gonna do a pet battle. We're gonna do a PB. Oh no, I was giving away a pet. That's right. That's right. So I have it here, right? Like, where is it? Phoenix. Yeah. So we're giving away a level 1 Brilliant Phoenix Hawk hatchling. Hang on, Phoenix Hawk hatchling. We're giving away Phoenix Hawk hatchling. It's the pet from Tempest Keep. This is the one that just dropped for me on stream. So that is the one we're giving away. It's going to be for nuts. I can only give it away to NA accounts because there's no way to throw pets to Europe. I'm hoping to, you know, Blizzard soon have an EU account to be able to give away pets there. But for now, NA only, we're doing a nuts giveaway. The way that you will enter it will be by typing !pet, space, and the number of tickets you would like to buy. I'm going to make the tickets 1 nut each this time to make it easier so you guys don't have to do as much math. And that'll be when I start it. So now is a good time to check your nuts because you can't buy more tickets than nuts you have. If you want this pet, mind you, you don't have to do the gamble. It's a level 1 Phoenix Hawk actually. I'm not giving away anything crazy. What am I doing? I'm looking for the giveaway. All right, so we're giving away Phoenix Hawk hatchling. Entry cost is 1 nut. You must be a subscriber to win. So like a YouTube subscriber, not a sponsor, just a subscriber. And I'm gonna start raffle. Oh, they updated this. I can see who's in it now. Dope. All right. So I'm just gonna. Is the giveaway thing like active? I can just like show my middle monitor, I think. So far we have Timmy Tech TV. Middle monitor. There we go. So these are the entered users, so you'll see yourself on that list if you have successfully entered, and you do it by typing !pet, a space, and the number of... Oh, I accidentally just did this really short, so it's fast. Go fast, go fast. There's only 28 seconds left. For the Phoenix Hawk hatchling. I forgot to set a better time. Duration. 1 minute. 1 minute giveaway. Whoops. My bad. This does scroll, by the way. There's more at the bottom of this list. It doesn't show you how many we have here. All right, 2, 1, and Kai. Woo! Kai, you won. Kai, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me your character name and your server so I can give it to you. And I'm gonna do it like now so that I don't forget because I will. So just put that in chat, your character name and server, and you get on your birthday. That's true. That's true. A birthday Phoenix Hawk hatchling. So congrats. Next time I do a giveaway, I'll do it for like at least 3 minutes, not 1. That was my bad. but just waiting on Kai to loop me in. Assuming she's still here. Thank you very much. I'm gonna send off that pet, and then I'm gonna get back to pet guides. The next one I'm working on is Bloat. Worked on Bloat because I'm always walking past him, and it's time for him to go down. So, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Thank you for all the luck, because without the luck, I never would have gotten a Flame Tunnel Velosaur, so good job. Thank you for patience on the short stream with the whole thing earlier with the computer and the not working, and I really appreciate you being patient with that. And also just thanks for like being here. It means a lot to me. I hope you guys have a really wonderful day. Bye.